Muy buenas amigos de YouTube, bienvenidos una vez más a mi canal, a un video más de Premonition. En el capítulo anterior nos habíamos quedado en esta zona, donde ya habíamos conocido el sheriff y hemos venido para el hotel. Así que ahora vamos a continuar. Según esto, si no recuerdo mal, aquí tenemos que ir a tomar un café, pero por lo que veo tenemos que prepararnos. Ok, este es el baño para hacer nuestras necesidades. Aquí nos duchamos. Observamos. Darnos una ducha no puede aclarar las ideas. Nos afeitamos. No tienen... bueno. Ok. Estamos perdiendo el tiempo en afeitarnos. Nos pagaron hasta por afeitarnos. Si me pagaran a mí, eso me afeitaría todos los días. Ok, esta es la puerta para salir. A ver. Veamos, están como todas las... esta no tiene cosito. Nos metemos en una habitación cualquiera. Vale, que es idéntica a la nuestra. Bueno, dale, vamos a ir para allá. Este es el living. Compramos café con leche o café solo. Está caro el café solo. $35. Uy, coge, está carazo. Y aquí podemos comprar piruleta y galletitas. Ok. O sea, tenemos que entrar por aquí. Vale. ¿Con quién nos vamos a encontrar? Una abuelita.
Good morning, Mr. Morgan. Your breakfast is ready for you.
Oh, abuelita. Polly Oxford, propietaria del hotel.
Thank you,
Gracias.
Mrs.
Polly Oxford. Just Polly is fine.
Well then,
Gracias, Polly.
thank you, Polly. I'm starving.
Se remanga la... ¿Qué te pasa, guacho? ¿Querés pelear? Dice la abuelita.
Is everything all right, Mr. Morgan?
Yes,
Sí, todo está
it's
delicioso.
delicious, Polly. My compliments to the chef.
I'm hoping my cooking will bring back repeat guests. Honestly, though, it's been a while since anyone has stayed here.
I couldn't help but notice. Aside from you and me, there seems to be no other guests or workers around.
What's that?
Como dice, no lo escucho, hablemos.
The salt's in that white shaker there.
Thank you. I was wondering if there were any other guests or workers here.
Oh, no one else. My husband and I used to run this place, but he's in heaven now.
You've been working here alone since then. Must be hard by yourself.
Oh my, we're all out of pepper. I'm very sorry.
It must be difficult to run a hotel by yourself.
Well, yes, I suppose. I could just live on my pension. But I have to admit, running a hotel is kind of like a hobby of mine.
That's nice. Polly, it might help to hear you better if you could sit a little closer.
Oh my, Mr. Morgan, you're embarrassing me. So early in the day, too. I think I'm a little too old for you.
And I still love my departed husband. May God rest his soul. I appreciate the invitation, but I'm fine over here.
Polly, I can hardly hear you from all the way over there.
You're exaggerating. This is fine. It won't do to be all clumped together with such a large table and cafeteria. We have to make use of all this space.
Now tell me, that wound on your face, what happened?
Let's just say I had some trouble during the last case I was working on. I'm sure it'll heal. It's just a flesh wound.
Oh my, well, there's no need to be the tough guy here. I want you to be able to relax here. I've prepared a special room for you. A famous rock star once stayed in the same room, you know.
Really? I feel honored.
If you need anything at all, just let me know. I'll help you out in any way I can.
Zach, the lady is offering to help. Do you want to ask her about the town?
¿Por qué no?
Say, Polly, what can you tell me about this town?
Well, let me see. You might know this already, but the town is called Greenvale. It rains here quite often, but it's a nice place, surrounded with nature. It was a big and prospering lumber town until not so long ago. We used to have a population of over 6,000 people. Less than a tenth of them left now. This hotel was built back then. We saw plenty of guests in those days.
That's why this place is so big for such a small community.
I have so many fond memories from back then. I suppose the clock on the community center is quite famous too.
The clock?
Oh yes, it's lovely. It rings in the morning and at night to let the whole town know the time. You'll hear it many times during your stay. It's a beautiful sound. And you'll love it too, I think.
I look forward to hearing it then.
Anything else you'd like to know about?
Yes, actually, Polly. Could you tell me about the shops around here?
Shops? Well, there aren't many. It is a small town, after all. You can do most of your shopping at the Milk Barn convenience store. The couple who run it are a unique pair. I'm sure you'll get to like them. The A&G Diner is a great place to eat. They might be open even if my kitchen is closed. If you want to go to a bar, there are two. The Galaxy of Terror and the Sweary 65. I don't care much for either of them. Bars are for the younger folk. We also have a gas stand, of course, the art gallery, and even a gunsmith. You should be able to find what you need.
Thank you, Polly.
Vale, ya está. Tenemos toda la
Well,
información.
Mr. Morgan, I'd better start cleaning up. You just take it easy. I'll bring your coffee out in a moment.
Thank you, Polly. I have to warn you, though, I am very particular about my coffee. The very best you have, please.
I understand. I'll be right back with it.
Este café es una porquería, Polly. Chan chan. Un torbellino. No sé, no creo que haga nada realmente. Un torbellino.
Did you see that, Zach? Clear as a crisp spring morning. F.K.
En el café.
in the coffee. I knew I could count on it. Never fails.
Estoy re
Now
chapa.
Let's get going.
Estoy re chapa. FK. FK. Estoy re chapa. Bueno, vale, acá vi. Podré tocar el pianito. Ya veo que no. Todo un buffet para una sola persona. Es como demasiado, Poli. Vale, me acabo de dar cuenta de que el protagonista está hiper mega chafa. A ver qué tenemos que hacer ahora. Me pagaron por no hacer nada. Me pagaron por no hacer nada, literalmente. El auto del sheriff.
A police car.
Police car. Nuestras oficinas abren a las 9. De 9 a 17. No se retrase. Sheriff Gordon Woodman.
So we have King George to thank for preparing a car for me. A pleasant surprise, eh, Zach?
Sí.
Let's take it for a spin.
¿Puedo manejar el auto? Le dan un auto a este tipo.
I have to tell you, Zach, this place simply amazes me. The keys were left on the front hood, and nobody stole the car. Values.
Y nadie lo roba.
This town has what the country needs. Values. Let's head over to the sheriff's
Vamos a la
department.
oficina del sheriff. Turbo. Frenar y marcha atrás. Claxon. Girar. Con limpia parabrisas. Sin limpia parabrisas. Inicia a izquierda, inicia a derecha. Freno, acelerar. Cambiar vista. Hablar. Faros y cambiar vista. Ok. Está como complicado. Llave maestra. Bengala. Ok, me han estado dando ítems. A ver, con esto cambiamos de vista. Con esto acelerábamos. Puedo ver el mapa grande. Tienen turbo los autos. Au.
So, Zach, about those bonus features in DVDs nowadays. You know, the ones from the 80s have almost no bonus material. Even if they do, it's a trailer and the visual quality is pretty bad. Well, that visual quality is a good reminder of those days. So many new audio and visual appliances were coming out back then.
No sé si voy bien.
Do you remember the first video deck we bought? We bought it to record one of the Star Wars movies on TV. And remember when that video store opened, we spent hours there, just trying to find a good movie to rent. There weren't that many to choose from back then. I remember renting some really bad ones after reading those back cover taglines. Hey, remember? Attack of the Killer Tomatoes? Filmed in 1978. Produced, directed, written, and edited by John DeBello.
No.
It was really awful, but for some reason I still remember it pretty well.
Me gustaría ver el mapa en grande porque no sé a dónde tengo que ir. Acá, mapa, por favor. A ver, tengo que ir allá. Ok, estoy yéndome del lado contrario y tendré que dar todo un vueltón para ir allá, así que... Vale. ¿Qué acabo de hacer?
Zach, is there something here that you want to check out? We're supposed to go through Anna Graham's file at the sheriff's office, but if you want to act on a hunch, then I'm with you.
9 habrían. Son las 10, o sea que tendremos que ir. Nuestro auto tiene 94% de gasolina y está un 98% de la integridad del auto bien. Vale, el turbo es poner la sirena. Casi me paso. Así que vamos bien, vamos bien. Hay autos andando, eso es interesante. Yo soy policía, me los puedo pasar a todos como quiera.
Speaking of 80s movies, one jewel in the rough springs to mind. Deadly Spawn. Do you remember that one, Zach? Back in '83, directed by Douglas McCown. Right, it was filmed pretty cheap, but still it was pretty good. The monster design with the mouth crammed full of teeth, I loved it. So many delicious B-movie cliches. Did you know that they made a sequel? But I never got to see the sequel. The rental store didn't have it for some reason. They said the staff for the sequel was totally different from the original. Wonder how the sequel turned out. You know, the monster in that one responded to sound. Wait, Zach. Sounds a lot like the movie Tremors. I think that one was back at...
Llegamos.
Zach, we're here. Let's continue our chat later.
Ya continuamos con la charla luego. Llegamos. Sheriff de Greenvale. Vale. Podremos avanzar con la
That's
historia.
one fine building for such a small town.
Bonito.
The exterior woodwork is spectacular. Don't you agree, Zach?
Ok. Llegas tarde, tipejo. Te dijimos a las 9, no a las 12 del mediodía. Está durmiendo. ¿Yo no fui? Mira cómo corre.
Pleasure to meet you, Agent Morgan. We've been expecting you. I'm Thomas
Thomas
McLean, the sheriff's assistant.
Thomas McLean, ayudante del sheriff.
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please just call me York. It's what everyone else calls me.
George.
Very well then, Agent York.
I believe I owe you a thank you for retrieving my belongings from my car. Thanks.
Thank you.
Oh, no, just doing my job. Well, I want to help do everything I can to help the investigation. I just can't believe Anna was murdered. She was such a bright and lovely girl.
Did you know her well?
Well, no, not really. But it's a very small town. I'm sorry. It's just that this is the first really big case I've ever seen.
Ya no me trae buena espina.
I
ese
understand.
tipo.
Just try to relax. Can I have a look at Anna's file now?
Yes, of course. The sheriff told me to let you through to the meeting room, but I've lost the key to the cabinet where the files are. Why don't you take a look around while I go look for it?
Okay. Let me know when things are ready.
Mira cómo corre el...
Zach, Thomas appears to be the kind and sensitive type, totally at odds with the monarch. Almost a good setting for a cartoon.
Cómo camina, cómo habla, las expresiones de la cara del tipo ese, definitivamente él es el culpable para mi gusto. Esta zona no tiene nada que ver con la investigación. Acá es para guardar la partida porque es un teléfono. personas no tienen nada que ver con la investigación. Thomas. No sé si estaré yendo bien. Puede que no. Esta persona no tiene nada que ver con la investigación. Una mesa de la guardia, me parece nada útil. ¿Habrá algún preso? Con suerte que... Vale, dice que con suerte van a dar con el culpable y lo podrán poner aquí. Ahí había un preso. Vale, acá hay honor, así que por eso me meto. Coger objetos, llavero de ardilla volador con la cola de acuerdo para el oficial sheriff. Vamos a cogerlo. Creo que esta es la llave del archivero. ¿Qué hacía en las celdas la llave del archivero? Que alguien me diga. Y por más agente del FBI, por más agente del FBI que sea, ¿qué hago yo metiéndome acá, pudiendo dormir en la prisión y toda la mano en coche? Qué seguridad mediocre que tiene. Tiene el pueblo, ¿eh? A ver, ¿qué hay para aquel lado? ¿Aparecerán monstruos? Vale. Oh, tiro al blanco. A ver, ¿qué conseguimos aquí? Llave de ardilla. Rayada. Ok, conseguimos 2 llaves. ¿Alguna servirá para algo? En algún momento lo descubriremos. Pues ahora tenemos que subir. Emily. ¿Qué hacía Emily por aquí? Yo la conozco. Ahí está Thomas. Y ahí está Emily. Hablamos con Thomas. ¿Ha encontrado la llave? Esa pertenece al Jerry's. Sí, encontré 2 llaves.
You found the
encontró
key.
la llave.
I hope this is the
Creo
right
haber
one.
encontrado la buena. Vaya.
You found a
Esta es una
Siberian
ardilla
chipmunk this time,
terrestre
have
de
you?
No es la llave
Sorry,
correcta.
wrong key.
A
Una
Siberian
ardilla terrestre
chipmunk?
siberiana.
This species lives in northern Japan on the island of Hokkaido. They're actually quite a popular pet.
So it isn't even a squirrel.
But we're looking for a southern flying squirrel right now.
Ok, no sabía eso. Pero sí la encontré. ¿Qué hacía esta llave casualmente en...
You found the key.
That's the right one?
Yes, a southern flying squirrel. Thank you so much. I'll bring the files right in, so please go to the meeting room.
Okay, I'll be waiting for you.
Well, Zach, we just got here and we've cracked a big case already.
Ese tipo es...
The victim's name was Anna
Es
Graham.
Anna Graham.
Age 18, she just
Acaba
recently
de
graduated
finalizar
from
sus
high
estudios
school this year.
secundarios.
Her dream was to move out to the city
Okay.
and become a model. But for the time being, she was working in the A&G diner here in town. She lived with her mother, Sally. Anna's father died in an accident in a lumber mill when she was a child. Her mother is unemployed and lives on the insurance money from her husband's accident.
Ok.
After all, it's a small town with a low cost of living. Financially, they seem to get by fine, and they led normal lives.
A normal life is exactly what a curious teenager doesn't want. It's all starting to make sense, Zach.
City folk, huh? No, I take that back. All of them can't be as bad as him, and some should have better manners.
This is a good biscuit. I've never tasted a biscuit this delicious.
Mirá lo que se preocupa.
Where in town can I get these?
Well, actually, I baked them myself.
That's amazing. What are you doing in law enforcement? I'm very particular about biscuits, I'll have you know. The balance of milk and butter you've achieved here. Oh, my.
Agent Morgan, the autopsy's ready. You are welcome to accompany me to the Greenvale General Hospital. Emily, you come too. Thomas, stay here and tidy up these files.
Yes, sir.
We're going to use the car outside. Let's get going.
Let's get
You
going.
might think this is just a small-town police investigation, but our inspections are thorough and solid. I'm hoping you won't slow us down.
Yo estoy más interesado en la galleta, dice el vago. Me pagan por no hacer nada, chabón. Es un gasto enorme para el FBI el tipo este. Bueno, vamos a dejar esto por acá. Vamos a dejar el capítulo por acá, gente. Hemos avanzado poquito. No hemos jugado poquito. Hemos encontrado 2 llaves. Y creo que ya encontré el culpable. Ese agente, ayudante del sheriff, para mí que es el culpable. Bueno, gente, si les ha gustado no olviden comentar, darle like, suscribirse para no perderse ninguno de mis videos. Nos vemos la próxima. Chau, chau.